Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Are you going back today? So before going back, I want to ask you, where do you live? Where do you live? Where do you live? Home. I know you will answer. You will give this answer. You all live in the physical house that we call home. But I want you all to think. How many hours did you stay in your house? How many hours a day do you really live in your house? 10 hours. So there are 24 hours a day. You live only 10 hours, but 6 hours you sleep, I think. Actually, you don't live really in your house. There is home that you all live. Do you know which home? You all actually live home of greed, home of hatred, home of delusion, home of pride, jealousy and stinginess. Do you agree? Most of the time you live in those homes. That's why this is your real home. It is not the physical house that we live really. Where we really live is not the physical house. Between birth and death, you all live home called home of. You all live home of greed, home of hatred, and so on. That's why Buddha said, for the heedless, the four woeful states are like their real home. Can we call those who live in the home of greed, hatred, delusion, can we call them as heedful person or heedless person?
Heedless.
Yes. Can I call all of you heedless person?
Yes, you can.
So the Buddha said the heedless, for the heedless, the four states are like their real home. I have asked a question, where do you live? And you answer me, we live in home. Let me ask you another question. After this, where will you go? I believe you all will go back to your real home. You know what is your real home? Because even you go back to your home, actually, the way now you choose to go back to your home is to live in the home of greed, in the home of hatred, in the home of delusion, jealousy, stinginess and pride. That these all mind states lead all of us to the fourfold states again. Buddha said, we are born as men, we are born as women. This is just visit for a while. Being born as human is just visiting. As a visitor, if you visit somewhere as a visitor, can you stay there long? Your mind inclined to go back to your home again. You understand? Now, even you think you go home because you come here. Now you come here, practice meditation like you are a visitor. your mind inclined to go back to your home again. That's why our mind is inclining to do and wholesome deeds much more. That's why what I want to remind all of you, if you don't want to go back to your real home, you must be very heedful. On one occasion, the Blessed One, the Buddha, take up a little bit of soil on his fingernail and ask the bhikkhu, which is more, a little bit of soil that I have taken up on my fingernail, or the great earth, which is more, great earth or a little bit of soil on the fingernail of the Buddha?
Great earth.
The great earth. In the same way, Buddha said, when humans pass away, few are those who are reborn as a human. Many are those who are born as healthy. Few are those who are born as celestial beings when they die as a human. Many are those who are born as hell beings again. In the same way, when Deva die, few are those who are born as the humans or Devas again. Many are those who fall to the fourfold state. Buddha's teaching is very practical and reasonable, because most of the people, almost all the people in the world, they are living in the home of greed, hatred, in the home of delusion, pride, jealousy, and stinginess, that when they pass away, they fall to the fourfold states again. They go back to their real home again. Do you want to go back to your real home? Yeah or nay?
Yogi,
Huh?
here.
Yes or no? No. But today, you will go back to your home. You are going to live in the home of greed, in the home of delusion, in the home of pride again. You can practically consider how many people are doing wholesome deeds diligently the whole life. Those who are diligently practicing wholesome deeds such as dana, sila, and meditation practice. If we compare, it is the same amount as with the soil. It is the same as the soil, that little bit of soil that Buddha took up in his fingernail. True? The equal amount with the great earth are doing and wholesome deeds the whole life. Whom do you want to be? Do you want to be on the tip of the fingernail, or do you want to be in the great earth? Okay, if you want to be on the fingernail, you can't go home. Okay? So if you go home, it means you want to go back your real home again. That's why today I remind all of you, if you going back home means going back to your real home. Let me ask you another question. Where do you come from?
I don't know.
Do you know? From your home?
From your home.
From your real home. At the Buddha time, Buddha asked one lady, "My lady, where do you come from?" That lady answered, "I don't know, Mani." And then Buddha asked another question. I will ask this question to all of you too. Where will you go? When Buddha asked this question to that lady gave an answer. I don't know. You know? Where will you go? I don't know. Do you know the meaning of the question? Buddha made another question. Don't you really know? The lady answered. The lady gave an answer. I know. You all need to understand the meaning of the question. The first question, where do you come from? The meaning of the question is, from which existence do you come to be a human? So the lady is very wise. The answer, I don't know, Manu. Do you know? Where do you come from? Don't you want to know? If you want to know, we are teaching to know the second noble truth, the cause of this present life. If you practice more sila, samadhi, panya, systematically, step by step, and if you have parami, you can penetrate. You will know where do you come from. So the meaning of another second question, where will you go? The meaning of this question is, lady, after you pass away, where will you go? The lady answered, I don't know. You know where will you go after this existence? I know. If you live in the home of greed, in the home of hatred, in the home of delusion, pride, jealousy and stinginess, you will go back to your real home again. Okay? So that's why you all need to be mindful to do more wholesome things, to be able to make change your home. Then Buddha, the meaning of the third question, don't you know? The lady answered, I know. What is the meaning of that question? The meaning of the question, don't you know that you will die? The lady answered, yes, I know I will die. You know you will die? Yes, you know. One day you will die. But you live as if you will not die. We know to live. We all know to live this life. But we all should know to die. We know to live. We know to live this existence. Yasha Samnika. You know how to live this life, but you don't know how to die. You agree? Now you all are trying to live, but you are not trying to die. Birth and death, these two are connected. You all want to hear someone's birth, but you don't want to hear someone's death. You're happy when someone is born. Remember, the day you were born crying. When you were born crying, people are smiling. The day you die, you cry and people cry. Okay? The day you born crying, some people are smiling. The day they cry, you should smile. Only then it will be harmonious. Are you going to smile or cry the day you die? Do you want to smile or cry? Smile. But if you live in a home of greed, home of hatred, the whole life, the rest of your life, how can you smile? This is possible. To have a smile the time you die. Only if we practice, only if we train our mind. Living in the home of the five senses, just indulging the mind, not the training. That's why if you want to face your death without worrying, without crying, you all need to train your mind through practicing meditation. So as a conclusion, if you don't want to go back to your real home, if you don't want to cry when you die, you all need to practice meditation. Meditation practice is important for everybody, whether Buddhist, whether non-Buddhist. Because everybody need to be trained their mind. That's why you all should suggest everybody to practice meditation. Are you going to practice meditation when you go back your home? Yes. How many hours are you going to practice a day?
Long day. 24 hours.
Eh? You must say what you can only. So the answer may be different, but I want to suggest all of you to practice at least one sitting a day, 1 hour or 1.5 hours a day. Within one day, from morning till night, you all know the responsibilities of this life. If we can't make an end of suffering, if we compare this life and the future existence that we have to receive, which is much more?
Let's talk the life.
Future lives. There are many, many future lives we have to wonder. But I notice almost all the people in the world, they know only the responsibility of this life. If you know the responsibility for this very short existence, you should know the responsibility for very long journey, future journey. You should include something, wholesome deeds, among what you do for this present life. You agree? If you don't include, you are just living for this existence. You don't know your real responsibility. If you know very much the responsibility of this very life between birth and death, you need to know, you should know much more responsibility for your future long journey. Can you count? Now, for example, someone who is 30 years old, can you count 30 years? So long, so quick. It passed 30 years already. So without noticing too much, it passed for 30 years. So time is passing so quickly. If we can live another 30 years, it will finish very quickly. Are you going to spend just for money? Are you just going to spend to live in your real home? Be mindful, be heedful. Even you go back home, don't live as before. Do what you need to do for your body, for your existence. Please don't forget to do what you really need to do. At least a day, within a day, we should do at least offering, dana, practicing morality, sila, and practicing samatha or vipassana. Only then we can improve our this existence, and we will receive better life one after another. Finally, we can make an end of suffering. I think it is good enough for all of you today. Any question?
She would like to live this life for the Nibbana, and also if she has many future life, she would like to live for the final Nibbana. So now she is lay present. So if she has this purpose, should she ordain? I should think ordain is better, but
if you want to make an end of suffering in this very life, or if you can't make an end of suffering, you have to receive future existences. That is, you live your future life also for making an end of suffering. In this very life, you should emphasize meditation practice. If you can ordain, it will be good. You can make an end of suffering through practicing meditation. So I want to suggest you, if you can't ordain now, it doesn't matter. Like some of my Korean disciples as part of, as a layperson, laywoman, they are practicing diligently, spending their time there. That's why the main thing is to be able to practice. But as an ordained person, if you can do, it is better. But after ordaining, if you are going to be busy with worldly things again, this is not good.
The Indian generally they consider in their life, they consider the future life normally common sense for the Indian. But for the Korean, the next life is not common sense. Even when she hears your Dhamma talk, she say next life, she considers that is tomorrow. So, so how till now her mind doesn't believe about the next life?
Yes. So that's why the life of ordinary persons are surrounded with many dangers. This doubt can be removed only when you become a sort of partner. I have asked, I have noticed, even the ordained person, they have no perfect faith on this, or about future, or about past too. The first part, intrusion, the first part, knowledge, remove this doubt completely without remainder. Because when you practice, you have to penetrate the Four Noble Truths. Second Noble Truth is the cause of suffering, or the cause of existences. Only when you penetrate directly with your insight, at that time, you understand there is nothing, there is only cause and effect. You can feel doubt, nothing wrong with you. You can feel doubt, but you should think. When you feel doubt, is it wholesome or unwholesome? It is unwholesome. Do you want to maintain your doubt? Do you want to continue with this doubt the whole life? There is a way to remove this doubt. If you want to really remove, you must do it. It is to practice Sila, Samadhi, Panya, spending enough time. You all know how to invest for your life. It is more important to know how to invest to remove your doubt. You want to invest, take what you want, but pay for it. Okay? Any questions?
We are living in samsara, but Buddha said there's anatta. So who roaming this samsara? We are living in this samsara, but Buddha taught us anatta. If there's no I, who is roaming this samsara? This today next life.
There is no man, there is no woman, but conventionally there is man, there is woman. This understanding can be attained only when you know ultimate truth. What I mean, anatta, this Dhamma can be attained only when you penetrate the ultimate truth. At that time you will understand we are not wandering, just cause and effect. If there is cause, there will be effect. Let's stop here.